In the Bible, it talks about a lady, and she is such a kind person. She wants to help people whenever they're in need. Her name is Tabitha, but most people called her Dorcas. And when she would go over to people's homes. She would give them food, and people that didn't have any husbands, they didn't have ways to make money. So she would actually make clothing for them if they didn't have any way of buying it, or even money to even buy the fabric to make it themselves. She would make them clothing. And she was such a blessing. One day there was a lady that was sick, and her friend called her, and she came over and she sat there and was there to help her, was there to comfort her and help the caregiver, because it's a lot of work to care for somebody. Sometimes you just need to go and maybe take a shower, but the person in the bed needs help. So she would come over and she would help them, and while she's sitting there keeping them company, she would be sewing or creating clothing for somebody that she loved. Well, this is pretty sad, but one day she got sick. She got so sick that Dorcas died. So when she died, everybody was so sad. All the women that she has helped were so sad, and they couldn't believe that she was gone. What were they going to do? She has helped them so much. She made them clothes. She made them coats. She was there for them when they needed her. And one boy said, "Wait a minute. I heard that Peter is in Lydia. Lydia's not too far away. And he has the power of the Holy Spirit. Maybe God would give him the power to heal her." Heal her? She's not just sick. She's dead. Well, he went with some other people, and they left to go to Lydia, and they saw Peter, and they asked Peter, please. They told him the whole story. They told him how Dorcas was such a kind person, and she always was there for them. Well, he came back. Now they put Dorcas in a room, an upstairs room, and they didn't want to have to bury her right away. And they were crying. They were so sad. And he knows their story. And he heard them share. They even showed some fabric that she made and the coats. They showed Peter how she just served them and served the Lord in so many different ways. And how she just loved God and she wanted to share it to others. Well, he told them to leave. Why is he telling them to leave? He knelt down by her bed and he prayed to God. He said, "Oh Lord, if this would be your will, please bring her back to life. Bring her back to life so she can keep serving these people in this community. If it be your will." Well, guess what? It was God's will. She got up. She sat up. She was, oh my goodness. They come back in and they can't believe it. Instead of crying for sadness, they were crying in tears of joy because she was well. She was alive. Wow. God chose to do that. And oh, you know what would happen. You knew what happened. What happened when they told the town what God has done? Was it Peter's powers? Did Peter have the power to do it? Nope. It was the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is from God, right? The Holy Spirit is God. And the Holy Spirit made her well again. She was so happy. And the community was so happy. And she started fixing things and doing things just like she used to. And then the whole town, they started believing in Jesus and who he is and what he's done, because God allowed Peter to bring her back to